Hi, this is Josette Bushell-Mingo. My first meeting with theatre was probably about 7 years old. This is a story I've been told. I didn't know it was theatre, actually, which is when I was about 7 years old and I directed and wrote and produced a British poem called The Owl and the Pussycat. And it's a very famous children's poem, and that was my first experience, I think. When I got older, probably as important to me was the first time I went to the National Theatre. It was a huge deal. I think I was about 13, 14. Huge deal to come from the East End of London, working class area, into the big city. And we sat at the National Theatre, and it was Women of Troy, and it was done with full masks, and I was swept away. I was never the same again. And at the end, when they say, "Rise for the entrance of the king," I rose and stood up, and everyone in the class was looking at me like this. I was gone. I discovered very quickly I could be transported and changed, even at a young age. So that's my first meetings with theatre. I think my relationship to theatre has become clearer. Its capacity to transform people's lives. Theatre is a political platform in which we as human beings can see ourselves. That it is a human right to create. And that has become sharpened over the years. And that brings me joy and delight. It means that every story I tell has a very clear goal, which is that the public who see it, because that's the only reason I tell the story, are changed, reflect upon the lives they are in, and that what they see helps them towards better decisions and better understanding of who they are and better people in the world. That's why I do what I do. So, yeah. What's important for me in terms of my engagement with theatre is commitment, is an absolute recognition of the power of the arts. I can't bear a kind of superficiality. I can't bear pretentiousness. I can't bear a privilege behind it. I can't bear that. I'm uninterested in it. And the disrespect of the arts, that somehow it just turns itself out. So for me, what makes me engaged is that everybody is committed, that we're able to work together. Just because I'm the director doesn't mean I have all the answers. I'm not into that kind of prestige. I have a vision, I have an idea, but for me it's my job to explain that idea to everyone so everyone can contribute. I find it very interesting. You may know that I have Swedish Sign Language as a third language because I used to be the artistic director for Riksteaterns Tyst-teater. But there's one tecken for the director in Swedish Sign Language, and it's this. Now, what I find interesting about that sign, it's not that. It's this. It's to guide. It's to shift. It's to be flexible. And what I enjoy most of all is that together with the actors, we have a shared and common vision, so that even if we sink together. That's what I love. And when that comes, it is joy for the audience. No matter how difficult, no matter how extraordinary or magical the work is, and no matter what genre. That's what engages me in the theatre.